Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing an eyebrow tutorial and how I do my eyebrows, and I'll just quickly go through the products that I'll be using. I do mention them and show them to you in the video, but I just thought I'd do that now. So as far as what I use to fill in my eyebrows, I use my Stud Eyebrow Pencil by MAC, and it looks like this, and it's a dark brown color. Looks like that. So I use that to fill in my eyebrows. And then as far as brow tools, I use a few different things. I don't always use the same thing. To blend the product into my eyebrows, I'll use either my 263 brush, which looks like this. It's an angled eyeliner brush. Or I'll use my 212 brush, which is a flat eyeliner brush. And both of these are synthetic. And then to clean up under my eyebrows and help make them a little bit sharper, I use my Select Cover-Up in NW25, and it's just some that I squirted into a little container. This is what I carry with me in my makeup bag. And then to apply that, I use my 231 brush, which is actually an eye brush. It's a very, very small shader brush. Again, it has synthetic fibers, which is really good for use with cream or liquid products. And that's pretty much it. But one thing I will say before you start any of your brow stuff is make sure you use a really good eye cream right underneath your eyebrows and through your brows too. That way when you go and fill in your eyebrows, and especially apply the concealer, if you're using something that tends to dry very quickly, which this Select Cover-Up does, it dries up pretty quickly, it can show any texture, any dryness that you have under your eyes, and then when you put the rest of your makeup on top, it just looks kind of dry and it doesn't look right. So I do recommend using a really good eye cream before. And so yeah, if you're interested in seeing how I do my brows for when I have a full face of makeup on and when I go to work and stuff like that, stay tuned to see how I did it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take my brow pencil, and I use Stud by MAC. That's what it looks like. It's like a dark brown. And I'm first going to start off by lining the bottom part of my eyebrow. So let me get my mirror here. So I'm just going to, very light strokes, start lining under my eyebrow. And it doesn't have to be very neat at this point. Alright, and now that I have the basic shape for the bottom that I want, I'm going to take my 212 flat liner brush. This is from MAC, that's what it looks like. It's a little guy. And starting in the front, I'm going to gently blend that pencil up. And the reason why I'm doing that is because naturally, at least my eyebrows are a lot lighter in this inner portion, and they get a little darker and fuller out here, so you don't want them to look very boxed in, so that's why you blend the pencil out. And then you can just do the same for the outer part. And don't worry if your brows are not exactly the shape you want them to be yet, because at least for this bottom part, at the end I'm gonna go over it with my concealer just to make it a little more defined and sharper. So I'm slowly blending out that pencil. And then you can always fill it in as well. My eyebrows are pretty sparse, so I do need to fill them in quite a bit. Like I said, I'm going to sharpen that out in just a second. And I'm just very, very lightly filling in this inner portion again. So you can always go back and blend this part and then add more where you need it. Next, I'm taking my 231 brush, just a very small eye brush. So I'm taking my concealer, which is the MAC Select Cover-Up in NW25. I have some in a little pot right here. So depending on the look that I'm doing is the concealer that I use. This NW25 looks the most natural under my brow bone. But if I'm doing something a little bit more dramatic, I will use the NC20 Select Cover-Up. So I'm just going to just roughly apply this under my eyebrow. And then with whatever's left on my brush, I'm cleaning up the shape under. It makes it a lot sharper, if you can see that. So the reason why I apply most of the color down here instead of going straight into defining my shape is because I don't want to get too much concealer up there. Because you're most likely to mess up if you have too much product on your brush and you try to go for that right away. So you can just blend it out, and then with your finger you can just blend it down onto your lid. And right on this inner corner, I'm just pulling it in so it blends into my skin. And then out here on the outer edge, again with whatever's left on my brush, I'm just dragging it right alongside the shape that I created. So like that. So that's pretty much all I do. I don't do anything very special at the moment. I'm growing out my eyebrows. So in my last video, the video that got the comment by a subscriber of mine, her username is Tatara1980, I believe. I'll insert her username somewhere on this video. And she requested an eyebrow tutorial. And my eyebrows were still pretty thin when I filmed that video, so they were a little bit darker, but now that I'm growing them out, I'm trying to get them to look the most natural as possible. So that's what you see here. Let me see if I block the light a little bit, if you can see better. Not really. I have a very bright light right in front of my face, so it does kind of wash it out a little bit, but if the light isn't there, it is a lot darker than it appears to be on camera. So that's kind of more of an accurate representation of what my eyebrows look like. So this is how I do my eyebrows if I'm going to do like a full face of makeup. It's not usually how I do them if I'm just doing like my everyday type of makeup, but I figured I would just film this one since most of the time when I come on here I'm filming a makeup tutorial and it's pretty much not very natural, so this is what I do to my eyebrows. Hey guys, so that was the tutorial. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any more questions about the products that I use or the tools that I used, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.